Have you ever had a dream only for someone close to you to tell you that won't work? Maybe you wanted to start a business or pursue a new idea, and someone said it's too risky or you're not cut out for it. And just like that, doubt crept in. You started questioning yourself, letting others' fear control your future. They say the path ahead is too steep, the obstacles too great, the risks too high. And before you know it, you start questioning yourself. Your hopes dim, your enthusiasm fades, and that daring idea you once believed in begins to shrink, just like the courage to pursue it. But here's the truth. What if you stopped listening to them? What if you ignored the doubts and acted? Just like a young boy who faced an impossible challenge. He didn't listen to the voices telling him it couldn't be done. Instead, he believed in one thing: he had to try. This story is about how the people around us, who mean well, can sometimes hold us back before we even get started. But it's also about realizing that your potential is never defined by their limits, only by your own belief in yourself. Once upon a time, far away from the noise of cities and the rush of modern life, there was a small and peaceful village. The village was surrounded by open fields, old trees, and quiet paths where children played freely without fear. In that village lived two boys. One was only 6 years old. The other was 10. They were not just friends, they were like brothers. Wherever one went, the other followed. They shared dreams, laughter, and endless curiosity about the world. One bright morning, filled with excitement and adventure, the boys decided to explore beyond their usual paths. Laughing and running, they went farther and farther until the village houses disappeared behind them. Soon, they reached a lonely, forgotten place. There were no people, no animals, only silence, broken by the sound of wind moving through old trees. They didn't know that danger was waiting. Suddenly, tragedy struck. Near an old abandoned well covered with moss and cracks, the older boy slipped. Before he could scream, his feet lost balance and he fell straight down into the darkness. Splash! Cold water surrounded him. Panic took over instantly. He didn't know how to swim. The walls were wet and steep. Every attempt to climb failed. "Help me! Please save me!" he screamed. Above the well, the 6-year-old boy stood frozen. His heart was racing, his legs were shaking. He looked down and saw his best friend struggling for his life. Then he looked around. Left, right, front, back. Nothing. No adults, no villagers, no help. In that moment, a terrifying truth hit him. I am the only one here. He could run away, he could cry, but instead, he acted. Near the well, he saw an old bucket tied to a weak, worn-out rope. Without thinking, he grabbed it and threw it into the well. "Hold on! Grab it!" he shouted. The older boy caught the bucket handle with shaking hands. And then something incredible happened. A 6-year-old child, small, thin, and weak, began pulling with everything he had. Think about this. A child with tiny arms pulling a heavier boy soaked in water against gravity. By science, it was impossible. By logic, it couldn't be done. But the boy didn't know science. He didn't know logic. He only knew one thing. His friend must live. The rope burned his hands. His arms screamed in pain. His feet dug deep into the dirt. He cried, he shouted, but he never stopped pulling. Inch by inch, the rope came up. Slowly, miraculously, the older boy appeared at the edge of the well. With one final pull, the impossible happened. He was out. Both boys collapsed on the ground, breathing heavily, coughing, crying, alive. After a long moment, They hugged each other, no words needed. Then they walked back to the village together. When they reached the village, people gathered around as they heard the story. "He fell into the well," the 6-year-old said, honestly. "I used the bucket and pulled him out." The villagers laughed. "You?" someone said. "You're too small," another mocked. "That's impossible." No one believed them. No one except one old man. His name was Rahim, the wisest elder in the village. He raised his hand and the laughter stopped. "The boys are telling the truth," he said calmly. The crowd was shocked. "How is that possible?" someone asked. "He's just a child." Rahim smiled gently and said words that would change every life listening. "The question is not how he did it. The question is why he could do it." He paused. He succeeded because there was no one around to tell him that he couldn't. No experts, no opinions, no fear, no doubt. He didn't think about strength. He didn't calculate risk. He acted before doubt was born. And that is the power we all forget. This story is not just about two boys. It is about you. How many dreams have you killed before trying? How many goals did you abandon because someone said you can't? Or worse, because your own mind said it. Fear is learned. Limits are taught. But your true power exists before doubt enters your mind. You are not limited by your ability. You are limited by what you believe about your ability. So here is your challenge. Find your well, that goal that scares you, that dream that feels impossible, and pull without listening to the noise. Because when no one tells you you can't, you discover that you always could. You are stronger than you think. Now go prove it. If this story inspired you, please subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories that will change the way you think.